Hey, we'll have pregame starting shortly. The game before us went a bit longer than expected. We'll have pregame starting in a few minutes. Game time should start at about 9:10, 9:15 at the latest. We'll be with you in a few minutes. Thanks for sticking with us on WCUA. We'll be back in a second. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to WCUA's coverage of Catholic University Ice Hockey. Alongside my partner, Caden Van, I'm Giuliano Luca. Happy to be with you tonight as your Cardinals are set to face off against the Loyola Greyhounds. Live from the Tucker Road Ice Arena in Fort Washington, Maryland, the Cardinals are ready to resume their season after having last weekend off. Before we go into our pregame, let us be one of the last to wish everyone a happy Halloween. We hope you enjoyed some candy and treats last night. With that, we got WCUA supplying one more treat for you tonight, the Cardinals versus the Greyhounds.
The Greyhounds come into this game with a 2-1 record, most recently defeating UMBC on October 10th, 8-1. UMBC would jump out to a 1-0 lead early in the first period before Loyola took over, scoring 6 goals in the second period. Number 16, Matt DeLuca, and number 21, Frank Perrone each scored twice to lead Loyola to a blowout victory. In goal, number 30, Colin Brejnahan picked up the win for Loyola.
Now, Catholics played a bit more this season. They're 4-2, and they most recently defeated Widener University on October 18th, winning 16-0. Brendan Johnson scored 4 goals, Frankie Merger scored a hat trick, Jackson Shoreswater scored twice, and Jackson Deininger, Owen Finnegan, Connor Combs, Nolan Scott, and Will Brunner each scored 1 goal, contributing to a total of 15. Well, we didn't forget the man who scored the winning goal for the Cardinals. That was Luke Weidenkampf. His first ever goal was at the Cardinal, happened to be the winning one. It was the first goal of the game to make it 1-0, and that stood as the game-winning goal. In net, David Zapp and freshman Caden Van shared a shutout victory, with Van making a few nice pad saves in the third to preserve the shutout. Now, moving into the history of these two teams, at least from the more recent perspective, Catholic is 0-3 since the start of the 2023-24 season. Early 2 seasons ago, Catholic lost to Loyola 3-2 in a very physical contest. Matthew Hornick scored to give Catholic the early lead, but Loyola would score 3 straight to win. Later that season in the playoffs in round 1, Catholic lost by a final score of 9-4. Catholic rallied to tie the game at 4 midway through the second period before the wheels fell off in the third, giving up 5 to lose in the first round of the playoffs. And most recently, if you may remember last season, Catholic played against Loyola in the Outdoor Winter Classic, losing 5-4. Catholic was down 5-1 after 2, but put forth a strong effort in the third period to nearly tie the game. Catholic and Loyola are two teams that know each other very well, so expect a fun physical contest tonight.
Your Chick-fil-A starting goaltender tonight is number 1, Daniel Mark, the native of Flemington, New Jersey. So far in his junior year, Mark has posted a 1-2 record alongside a 4.67 goals against average and a .859 save percentage. Mark last played against Salisbury University on October 10th, making 25 timely saves in the overtime victory. Against Loyola in his career, Mark owns a 0-1 record, not having played against Loyola since the playoffs in his freshman year. Mark looks to turn the tables tonight against the Greyhounds.
So, interesting goaltender in tonight for Loyola. It has been Colin Brejnahan the last 3 times the Cardinals have played against the Catholic Cardinals, or a 2-0 record, excuse me. But in net for Loyola tonight is number 35, Samuel Crow, number 31, Samuel Crow, the native of Danbury, Connecticut. He hasn't played for Loyola yet this season, but he makes his collegiate debut tonight. In high school, Crow played for the Bethel, Brookfield, Danbury, and Immaculate Ice Cats, playing 2 years for the team after it combined with several schools. So it's one high school team combined with the 4 schools. He was the captain of his team and played in some key games as a senior. He looks for a strong collegiate debut tonight. Well, we got a few minutes left in warm-ups, just about 2. Let's go over the starting 5 for the Catholic Cardinals. Starting at left wing, Frankie Merja, Nolan Scott the center, and at the right wing, Jackson Shoreswater. All 3 players have been crucial in the Catholics' 4-2 record so far this season, as well as Cole Mulcahy and Joey Henry on the back end starting for the Cardinals as well. Daniel Mark in net tonight, as previously mentioned. A couple scratches as well for the Catholic Cardinals tonight. Number 6, Logan Selwyn, and Connor Combs, number 28, Connor Combs, are out tonight, as well as Caden Van, the goaltender, who's in the booth with me tonight, and Greg Malaviagas. So the Cardinals, while they're missing a couple players, they do get a key player back tonight in the name of Connor Desjardins. He's making his season debut tonight for the Cardinals. He's also a golfer here at the Catholic University, and first month or so of the school year, he's tied up with golf, but the leaves have changed, and now it's time for some hockey. So he's ready to join the Catholic Cardinals once again the junior forward out of upstate New York. So, should be a fun, exciting game tonight. I expect it to be a similar contest to the one that they played against Salisbury. They just play a similar game. Both teams are physical, and both teams love to get gritty.
Of course, for both teams, it's crucial for them to put that fight up first. Whoever wins that first period essentially wins the game. You need to set that drive. You need to set that example right off the bat to show that you have that, keep that energy moving and keep that momentum going in order to win that game.
Yeah, that's one facet of it. Now, and that's one thing previously that the Cardinals have struggled with in previous years, and not necessarily this year. I think they've gotten a lot better. But in the last 2 seasons, the Cardinals have actually been one of the worst first-period teams I have ever seen. And I mean that. But this year, it's changed a bit. The Cardinals show signs of life in the first period, like you mentioned, and they're actually, when you play with a lead, it's a lot easier, unlike coming from behind every game, which the Cardinals had to do a lot. A good example of that is the Loyola game last year, down 5-1, and coming back and making it close. But if you never put yourself in that position, then maybe the Cardinals win that game.
It's like biking up a mountain rather than climbing up. It's easier to roll down than to climb it back up. It's just, you really need to set that right off the bat. It's just crucial. That aspect of the game is so important in order to secure a win.
Yeah, that's some good insight, definitely. So both teams, well, one team at their bench and the Cardinals somewhat at their net and at the bench. Loyola with some new uniforms this season. Previously, they used to wear more green uniforms. Looks somewhat more tan tonight. Like we mentioned, Crow in net for Loyola. Mark in net for the Cardinals. Starting 5 for Loyola will be Frank Perrone, Matthew Hill, Louis DiGiovanni, Michael Padula, and Quinn Doherty, and Samuel Crow in net. So Cardinals, yeah, they've got their hands full tonight. Definitely playing a team with a full bench. Cardinals missing 2 of their key players, one man on the back end in Logan Selwyn, and one of their grinder forwards, Connor Combs. Another thing to mention, too, is that, yes, they do get the addition of Connor Desjardins back. That'll be a big help for the Catholic Cardinals. But one thing that always stands true, I know it's just kind of said something that kind of puts them down about the first period. This team never gives up. It doesn't matter if they're down 10-1, 5-0. This team's always ready to play, even if they do have a poor start to the game. So we'll see what happens tonight. We have puck drop just about underway here in Fort Washington, Maryland. Thank you for tuning in so far. Listen to the pregame, and now we are ready to drop the puck. And the Cardinals and the Loyola Greyhounds. No one Scotty didn't take the draw for the Cardinals. And he able to win that draw back briefly, but it's played back into the defensive zone for Loyola. They have possession, looking for the outlet pass, and it's going to go the length of the ice. Icing here. 19:49 left in the first period. And, one thing, when you play against a freshman goaltender, doesn't matter who it is. Crow is actually, was a leader on his high school team. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. Get some shots on him quickly. Sometimes goaltenders can be a bit nervous and they need a little bit of a warm-up. Don't give them a warm-up. Give them some hard shots early here. We'll see what happens. Here's a quick shot on Crow. Save made. Rebound, and Crow, he's got it. No, Cardinals must have heard me talking. They get some 2 quick shots on goal. Crow bobbled the first one, but gobbled up the rebound. So Crow standing tall so far. Off this draw, no one Skydale still out there. Frankie Mercer collided with a player along the boards, trying to get the puck back. He's chasing after it back at the defensive end. The puck will roll to Quinn Doherty out of his reach after Cole Mulcahy at the left side point, looking down low for Frankie Mercer, but that's out of his reach. And moving the puck out through center are the Greyhounds. Henry with time. Plays it up the right side wall. Cardinals go for a change, so Loyola will get to it and gain the center line. Doherty dumps the puck in. Marcus leaves it for his defense. Owen Finnegan tries to get to it, as does Joey Henry. Now Finnegan will get to it back behind the Cardinal cage. Finnegan up the right side wall to Henry, who waits and plays it calmly behind the net to Mulcahy, who plays Ketch back to Henry. Back across Ketch one more time. Poor pass, and the shot taken, and the save made by Mark with the pad. Puck rolled back out towards the point, off the stick of a defenseman of Loyola, so they'll have to regroup. Puck loose in the neutral zone, picked back up by the Greyhounds and moved out through center. As they complete the change, Doherty with space at the right side, tries to get around the defense, and Mulcahy lost the puck. Centering feed off the mark. and trying to chase up with this puck now is Finnegan. Finnegan with space at the right side by himself practically. Floats the shot in on goal. Takes the hit as well. Actually held onto the puck. He never shot it, and it was in his feet. But now taken and going back the other way by Matt DeLuca. DeLuca in over the line. He lost the puck. Johnson hit hard along the boards. Puck still in his feet. It's knocked away from him. Johnson knocked down again, trying to play that puck. It comes to Desjardins at center, and he'll try and float it out towards the left side wall over to Luke Weidenkampf. Weidenkampf chasing. He's not able to get to it as Loyola skates away from him. Poor pass, but taken away by the Greyhounds, and offsides is Loyola, and they don't touch up in time, and that'll be offsides with 17:54 here in a first period with some pace already.
Back to what you were saying, Julian, I truly believe that getting shots quick off the bat is crucial, especially with a debut goalie like today. Like, believe me, even with the Widener game, it was definitely nerve-wracking, even if we were 16-0, but I digress.
Yeah, so Simonson a shot, and Crow was able to hold on. Yeah, like you mentioned, it was a different situation with Widener, and truthfully, I feel a little bad for their goaltender. He was put in a tough position. Like we mentioned in that game, it was a defenseman turned goalie, and it's a similar situation where put some shots on him, make him uncomfortable. Catholic did that against the Widener, and you'll see they can continue to do it against the Greyhounds tonight. So Loyola plays this puck into the safety netting with 17:35 to go here in the first period. Good pace so far. Good hits. It's what we expected.
Crucially, more importantly, shots on net. I feel like that's the name of the game here. Just getting applying that constant pressure. At some point, one's going to slip through.
So we don't have a shots on goal tally officially on the board. Catholic has about 4 shots on goal. Loyola with 1 at the line. Henry's not able to keep it in, and Loyola would get to this puck and try and center it, but it was a good defensive play marked by Mulcahy to keep the puck to the perimeter. Weidenkampf has it, tries to clear out the left side wall, hoping for Simonson to catch up to the puck. He's got it, cuts in and lost the puck at the last second. Loyola will regather at the right side at the center line. Sidestep the check of Scott. In on sides is Loyola. But loose puck comes away to Scott with space. Scott has Simonson, rips the shot, and the save made by Crow. Again, Simonson with his stick up, couldn't get the puck on his stick as he's going for a change. Well, it gives Loyola some time to move out through center. Mulcahy gets the puck and will dump it back in as Catholic completes their change. Merger now on the attack, going for that loose puck. It's loose along the wall, trying to find it as Catholic. Loyola gets to it and just clears back out to Mulcahy. With time and space, he'll float it high in the air. Bunching it forward is Merger. He's got it at the left side. Merger hit on goal, shoots. He was looking high over the glove perhaps and missed the net completely. Now, Johnson overskates it. Going in on goal is Loyola. Pass into the middle. It was partly broken up by Mulcahy. Got down in time to block away the pass. Nice play. Still with possession now is Loyola. Another shot taken. Loose in front. Mark can't get to it. What a great save by Daniel Mark with the pad. Oh my goodness. Now another shot taken. It's blocked in front. Cardinals trying to clear. Merger now tries his best. He can't clear. Bounces back to Mulcahy with space at the left side. Trying to get to it now. Will float this puck in. And now back around to the left side wall. And loose at center as Loyola. Now they can't clear. They don't go with McQueenie. One-on-one. Backhander and the save made by Crow again. McQueenie chasing. Taking it into the boards. At the left side, Loyola will look for the outlet pass. It's going to go down the length of the ice, but in on goal. So Johnson will take it away, and it won't be icing. Johnson now chasing at the left side, trying to keep his head up. Lost the puck in his skates, but McQueenie floats it back to him, where it's intercepted by the Greyhounds again. In on sides is DeLuca, and McQueenie prevented that from doing so. DeLuca with some words with McQueenie, as you can see. A little bit of a late stick. And you can hear actually some of the words being said by the Loyola players. What are you going to do about it? Since the referee tells them to close their mouths, we'll see what happens after this play. As the puck is dumped back into the Catholic end, we got 15:20 to go here in the first. Deininger tries to float it out to Owen Finnegan. Down low, getting away with possession. And for the centering feed is Loyola, puck into the skates and knocked away again. Cardinals trying to clear. Loyola with a lot of pressure so far in this game. Finnegan now, helmet came off practically. Puck still loose. Johnson gets possession and goes across ice to Deininger with some space. Floats it back to the captain, Johnson. Now in the middle to Finnegan. His helmet is still not really on. Stick comes up high again, and Loyola will come away with the puck as Finnegan is still chasing. He didn't like the hit, taking his helmet off practically, and goes after the man. Finnegan by himself as the Cardinals go for a change. It's outletted out now to the left side man, but intercepted by Brunner. And the puck hit the referee as it was being entered into the zone. Still with time now was Loyola at the left side, cutting in on goal. Puck goes back to DeLuca at the right side. He waits, he holds, trying to get around the forecheck or back checking of Mulcahy. Puts him into the boards and falls down. Puck comes free to Simonson. He can't get it. DeLuca finds the bouncing puck. Tried to float it in on goal. Simonson with space at the left side. He's got Weidenkamp with him. Simonson picks up the puck. Lost it in his skates for a second, and Loyola's on that puck quickly and move it back into their own end. Simonson darts after the puck again into the right side goal line. Finds Brunner, and the puck was just out of his reach. Oh, it was a good look. Now, 2-on-2. DeLuca has it. Tries to get around the stick checks of Joey Henry, and he does. Backdoor feed. Oh, it was broken up by Will Brunner. Good defensive play. Cardinals move the puck out through center. Loyola quickly in over the line. Joe Baker tried to get to that puck. Taken away from him was Weidenkamp. Nice play. And he floats it back to his defense. Got 13:35 left in this first period. Quickly moving is this period so far. Long shot in on Crow, and he is able to cover for a whistle with 13:26 to go here in the first period.
Just circling back to what you said, Giuliano, very physical game. Based off of previous games from what I've heard, this is a very physical game just between these two teams. Very, very long history. And obviously with that hit with Finnegan, it was obviously clear that it is very heated.
Yeah, I can go back several times. I mean, there's been some high hits thrown by Loyola, and the same thing with the Cardinals too. So I'm not saying it's one-sided. These teams get under each other's skin. We'll leave it at that. It's starting to become evident now in this first period as well. So at the left side now, at center ice, the puck is taken back by Shoreswater. Gets around one and another. Nice move. He's got some space. Shoreswater, oh, he took a late shot afterwards, and now, like we mentioned, punch is being thrown. And, well, right on cue, huh?
Yeah.
There comes the nastiness. Shoreswater did not need to take that shot. The whistle was blown, and he shot the puck. He's in the wrong. I guess he didn't think it was offsides, but, I mean, the whistle blew. He's got to know better than to shoot that puck, as he argues with the referee. But yeah, it's like I said, it's you can see this game is going to be a fun one. A lot of physicality.
Tensions are high.
Oh yeah. Teams know each other very well, inside and out. Rivalry brewing. The playoff loss, the outdoor loss, close loss 2 years ago. A lot of the same players on the team. We can go on. Puck into the offensive zone, picked up by the Greyhounds off the draw. Skating behind his net is Doherty, looking for the outlet pass. It's intercepted by Shoreswater, but quickly marking Shoreswater is Loyola. Still with possession is Shoreswater at the line. Johnson tries to keep it in, bouncing puck. Shoreswater has it in the high slot, gets away from one, but lost the puck with the second man coming towards him. And the puck will be moved out through center. Picked up by Louis DiGiovanni. As sticks come up high in front of the Catholic bench. Doherty with possession. Merja almost a steal for a breakaway, but nice skating by Doherty to get it away from him. DiGiovanni now tried to play it into the zone. Deininger plays it, looking to find the man Desjardins with the check, but he sidestepped it at the last second. Now, McQueenie digging for that puck, as is Loyola. They come away with it. They're in on sides at the left side. They wait. Pass into the center. Ripped the shot. It just went wide of the left side boards, wide of the cage. Now at the down low one more time, hoping for the open man is Loyola. Passing to the high slot. A shot. Mark may have made the save, may have been blocked as well. Still with possession now are the Greyhounds. Back it out towards the line. A long shot. That goes high over the cage. McQueenie desperately skating after it to try and clear. Doherty keeps it in. Johnson will get there first at the right side goal line and float it high in the air for McQueenie. But now bouncing play. Nice play from Finnegan to clear it out of the zone. Cardinals going for a change. Gives Loyola some time to regroup, but McQueenie still on the ice is still pressing the issue here, preventing DeLuca from clearing. Long feed out to Matthew Hill. He's one guy you have to watch out for as he's tripped at center ice, and that's going to be a penalty on the Catholic Cardinals. But like we said, the man, Matthew Hill, he had 4 goals against Westchester as a freshman last couple games ago. So he's one we've got to watch out for. So you got a 5-on-4 coming up here. 2 minutes tripping to Owen Finnegan.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first penalty of this game, which is honestly remarkable for how aggressive both teams have been playing each other so far.
And honestly, it's not for like an infraction with a high hit either. It's just a trip. So that just tells you about the speed of Loyola. Finnegan in the box will sit 2 minutes for tripping. Loyola's power play, I mean, with the way that they've been lighting the lamp recently, you have to expect that their power play has been red hot. So Catholic's going to need a big Pangborn penalty kill. Down low, the puck is sent back across. DeLuca, one-time shot. Oh, big save, Mark. He got it, and the Cardinals were able to clear out through center. 1:40 remaining on the penalty to Owen Finnegan. So a good clear from the Catholic Cardinals. Loyola was buzzing, as you can imagine they're ready for another rush into the zone. Doherty now with his speed. In over the line. He's in on sides. Doherty has it. He waits. Floats it down low. The shot. Save made, Mark. Rebound is loose. They were digging away and digging away. Punches come up. Players battling in front of the net. And Mark with the save out of all that confusion.
Two incredible stops by Mark. He's got locked down on his leg pads right now.
Yeah, big save along the pads. Mark covered up the rebound, and I saw a Loyola skater kind of skate into his glove or dig at his glove a little bit. So, yeah, they're buzzing, that's for sure. They are ready. They actually got a penalty out of this to Loyola.
It's 2 minutes on the clock for Loyola.
Coincidental minor penalties on one on Catholic and one on Loyola, so it's still going to be a power play. Let's see, did they make it 4-on-4? I thought it was going to be a 4-on-3, but it is going to be 5-on-4. Yes, we're going to call it a 5-on-4 power play here for the Greyhounds as our timekeeper tries to get this sorted out. As it's 13 in the box for Loyola, which it's Jake Mertz who's in the box. That is his 6th penalty minute of the season. And the second penalty, I didn't see his number, as we have 2 13s listed on the board. Excuse me, no, I'm sorry. They have the 2 penalties listed on the wrong side. It's Jake Mertz in the box for Loyola, and Cole Mulcahy and Owen Finnegan in the box. I believe the penalties were roughing, coincidental minors. So it'll be a 5-on-4 for a minute 15. Cardinals now still going to need to kill this one off. Doherty now with time. Doherty, open man at the point with space. They wait. Pass down low to Doherty. It's out of his reach. Deininger will pick it up, or at least try to. Taken away by DiGiovanni. Now at the line again. Doherty across. One more time to Padula. He walks the line, fires the shot, deflected in on goal. Save made, Mark, and he's able to cover up the rebound. That was a couple great saves. I mean, Padula and Doherty at the point on the power play. I mean, everybody that they've been starting with the exception of DeLuca. So they have their top 5 out of 6 guys that were starting this game, and pretty much the same guys on the power play. So these guys can move the puck pretty well. And another thing to note is that they're missing Cole Mulcahy for the next, I believe, minute 30 or so, and he's one of their better penalty killers. So the Cardinals going to need some dig in here for a penalty kill. As, oh man, Loyola almost had a tap-in goal at the far side of the net. It hopped off the stick of the open man at the wing. Now at the face-off dot, Loyola passes down low. One-time blast was fanned on, and clearing the puck now was Desjardins all the way down the length of the ice. You have 30 seconds remaining on the penalty to Finnegan, and you have 9:50 remaining in a fast-moving first period. Doherty with space, finds the open man at center. He's got him. Frank Perrone in on sides, looks for the pass across, looks to go for more of a cross-corner dump. Puck gets away from Johnson. Still with space now is Perrone. Loyola. Down low, the pass, the shot taken, and the save made by Mark. It bounces high in the air. Johnson trying to get to it for the Cardinals. He knocks his man down. Puck loose. Out of the box is Finnegan. The Cardinals kill it off. 5-on-5 play. Back behind the net, Loyola looking to control. Johnson now plays it to McQueenie, who's got the puck. Will calmly play it out of the zone. He's going to chase after the man as well and try and force a turnover. Not able to, though. Desjardins now will play it across to Johnson. Poor pass. Deininger couldn't get it, and now with space is Matthew Hill. Hill trying to get around Deininger, Geininger battling for it as well. He's knocked off the puck, but still pushes it forward. Weidenkampf hit from behind. No penalty coming up. Oh, man, he was hit hard directly from behind. No whistle, though, or no penalty coming up. So you have to know the nastiness will continue. Back behind the net. Cardinals trying to get to it. Matthew Hill now with space. Hill holds on to it. Weidenkampf steps into him. He didn't like the hit. Didn't knock the man off the puck, though. It's still loose in the player's skates. Falling down now was Loyola, but at the line they still keep it with possession. Catholic trying to get to that puck. A shot and looking for the deflection in front where the Greyhounds. It's still loose again. 8:20 to go here in the fast-moving first period. Ian Jaros, knocks Weidenkampf down, but gets the pass in front. Simonson skating after it. He's going to be hit into for a big check. The puck in his skates, digged out by Loyola at the point. They go for the one-time blast from the point, and it was fanned upon by Loyola. Open space now for Simonson. He's chasing after the bouncing puck. Simonson out of gas, really. He's going to take both players, going to go down by the end boards. Simonson's down, still down. And now we have a whistle and a late hit by Will Brunner as well. And we have to make sure the health of Simonson's okay. He was pulled down rather awkwardly. And we'll have to see about the health of Blake Simonson. Oh, man, he is in a lot of pain. The way he went down didn't look like it was that bad, but I don't know if he pulled something.
Unfortunately, I believe the boards, sometimes the skates can get caught up in the corner between where the ice and the boards meet, and sometimes you can bend your knee into really bad places. Hopefully that is not the case, but let's hope for the best for Blake on the ground here.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was his skate. It looked more or less like the way his body contorted when he was pulled by the neck. I don't know.
Yeah, with that speed, it's pretty dangerous.
Oh, yeah, it's a dangerous play. Had to make sure Simonson's okay. He's been a workhorse for the Cardinals so far in this season. He's only got one official point. He might have more after the other previous game, but he's been working his behind off really for the Cardinals so far this season. We hope he's okay. Yeah, he's favoring his knee as he's coming off the ice here. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. Hopefully he's okay. As Steven Terenzio came out onto the ice to make sure his player was all right, as Mulcahy and Luke Weidenkampf help him to the bench. Wasn't really an illegal play. I didn't see a slew foot or anything. It really was just the way he fell, so this should be just a 5-on-5 afterwards here.
From what I saw, I believe, I'm surprised it wasn't a holding call. As some of you may see, Coach Terenzio was signaling the refs what he believed was a holding call.
Yeah, it could have been a holding call. They were both going for the puck. It's hard to say. I don't think you're going to see it. Well, they do have a man in the box. Oh, excuse me. There is somebody in the box for Loyola.
I believe that's for the roughing from earlier down in our zone.
But they're coincidental, so he would have had one man out of the box. I don't see. Let's count them here. We still have 5-on-5 for the players in the box, so I don't believe anything came out of that play. It's still 5-on-5. 7:40 to go here in the first period. When we get more words on Blake Simonson's health, we'll be happy to explain it as he's on the bench explaining what happened with his coach, Steven Terenzio. So, draw coming up to the left of the goaltender, Samuel Crow. Nolan Scott on the draw. The wingers, Merja and Schwarzwater. Off this puck. Oh! Scott takes him hard into the boards, trying to free up the puck. Scott was knocked down from behind. Trying to clear now was Loyola. Opening loose puck in the center, in the feet of Schwarzwater, taken away by the Greyhounds in on sides at the right side. They float this one into the safety netting here. 7:19 left in the first period. But yeah, I mean, you can see the physicality's going rather to plays like that. I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, going back to the Simonson play, I didn't think that was dirty or anything. It would just happen to be, in my opinion,
just nature of the game.
Yeah, nature of the game. Unfortunate that happened. Draw to the left of Mark. Catholic wins the draw but can't clear the zone. Kept in at the line by Loyola. And open puck now, taking the shot from practically the goal line, was blocked away. Finnegan trying to clear, kept in by Perrone. Mulcahy now will play it back behind the cage, hoping for Henry. He's got him. Henry with space now, has trouble with it. He's knocked off the puck, and Perrone will pick up possession. Will float it towards the front of the net. It was blocked away. Still with time now, I believe, is DiGiovanni looking for the pass to the other side point. It's out of the open man's reach and dumped back in by the Greyhounds. Close to the red line, but over, says the referee, so no icing. Mulcahy floats it now to, Henry. Over to Matthew McQueenie at the left side. Turns on the Jets and will chase after this puck here with 6:30 left. Behind the cage now. Behind the back pass by Loyola, and now they move out through center at the right side. Taken away by Deininger. Loose puck floated into the middle to Finnegan, and now floated down the length of the ice where Doherty will have to pick up for the Greyhounds. Doherty now with 6:10 left in the first. Gets the pass across. Inadvertently, he gets it to Matthew Hill, who tries to get around the skates of Deininger, and the pass went off the mark, but still back up to the open man at the point, and skating it in now, I believe, was DiGiovanni. At the line, kept it away, and with a step now was Finnegan, but the puck just rolled away from him at the last second. He may have had a breakaway. It's dumped back behind the Catholic cage with 5:50 to go. Deininger now finds Merge at the left side. Drop pass to Scott. Scott gains the center line. Scott rips the shot just wide of the cage. It bounces into the high slot and shot all the way down off the sideboards to Brendan Johnson. Johnson now looking over his options. Plays it inadvertently. He was hoping for Shoreswater, but it was off the mark. And Deininger will have to wait for it as the puck comes to him at the left side. Now behind the cage with space now is Loyola. Turning it over, though, back to Brendan Johnson was the Greyhounds. And Johnson will clear out through center where it is offsides.
So far, very close game with 5:14 left in the period. It is of anyone's game at this period.
Still anybody's game. Cardinals obviously hoping for the victory here in this one, but going to need to dig a little bit deeper. I mean, Loyola's doing a good job defending. They're getting their looks. Not to say that they're completely being bogged down defensively or having trouble entering the zone, but need to see some more offensive looks from CUA. Merja tried to get around the stick check of a man who was knocked off his stick, and loose puck again picked up at center. Oh, Shoreswater was knocked down with a high hit, but going back the other way now was Scott as he had the puck, but he was offside, says the ref. Oh, excuse me, no, we have a penalty here, and a hot temper as well, perhaps. 29 into the box for Loyola, and he's arguing his case loudly to the referee. Referee is signaling now, get off. Oh, he might be done. We'll see. Didn't like the call. Was Jack Fagan. And he immediately comes off the ice. I don't know if he's done for the game. We'll have to wait and see what the signal is. If it's a 2 and 10, which it might be. Could be. It might be a 2 and 10. I don't think it's a game misconduct. 2 and 10, he'd be done for the period, so he heads back to the locker room. We're going to assume it's a 2 and 10. We'll get the official call after the period when we can check. So draw to the left of Crow. Priz power play with their first opportunity of the night. We'll see if they can convert on their first look of the evening. Mulcahy down low, trying to find it now. It's shot all the way down the length of the ice with 4:45 to go here in the first period. Mark's got to move this puck as chasing after it was Loyola. Shoreswater gets the puck away from one man. Nice play. Floats it into the middle of the ice to Merja. Merja now has a man on his tail. Goes back with the puck. Nice play to avoid the check and floats it back to Mulcahy. Mulcahy now with space at center ice. In over the line. Mulcahy gets around the stick check of one and still motors on behind the by the goal line. Shoreswater being mugged. Gets away and gets the puck to Johnson. Johnson behind the cage up from his point. Getting onto that loose puck. Battling for it. Johnson comes away with it. Knocked down and tried to float it towards the high slot. Another shot in front as it came free to Johnson. And a good save from Crow. Oh, he was ready for that one. Now, Mark. Nice play to clear the zone. Gets it to Johnson. Quick feed to Shoreswater. Shoreswater now with time and space. Around one. He waits. Stops on a dime and elects to find the open man Johnson, but it bangs off a stick. And shorthanded now is Joe Baker. Baker has it at the left side. He's around one, trying to get after that puck. Baker now plays it across. Nick Alamia now has possession. Alamia, nice diving play to prevent the pass from getting through. By Mulcahy, another shot taken, save made. Mark. Another penalty coming up here. Man down for Catholic is Mulcahy. And now this penalty is going to be on Loyola as well. Could be Mulcahy's slow to get up. It could be I don't know what it was. But it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for Catholic for the next minute 36. Excuse me, 36. Didn't see the signal. I kind of saw a bit of a hook on Mulcahy. I don't know what you saw, Caden.
I believe it was, I honestly saw the ref motion for a tripping penalty. So.
Okay. I missed the signal, so thank you. So we'll call it tripping on Alameda for 2. 5-on-3 power play, at least for the time being. Finnegan a shot, he just missed the cage. About 3 minutes to go here in the first. 10 seconds remaining on the Cardinals' 5-on-3 power play. Henry with time, waits, back down low to Finnegan. Finnegan in front looking for the tip. It's loose in the crease. Cardinals trying to come and get on that loose puck. Another shot taken. It's back in the back door. Where is it? And now behind the cage again. One man out of the box for Loyola. Cardinals still with possession. Deininger has it. Looks over his option at the right side dot. Back down low again. Finnegan over to McQueenie. You couldn't handle the puck. And clearing now is Loyola. Shorthanded 2-on-1. Perrone has the puck. Gets around the defense. He's behind the cage. Perrone. A Cardinal man was knocked down into the goaltender. I think it was McQueenie who's now out of the crease, but still with possession in the O-zone is Loyola. Here's a shot taken. It's blocked. Will Brunner now battling for that puck with Perrone back behind the cage. McQueenie just broke his stick, so he has to come off the ice. Here comes Jackson Deininger now with 59 seconds remaining on the Cardinal 5-on-4 for his power play. Deininger now with space. Elects to push it down low. Hoping to find the open man Johnson at the line at the left side. Henry now plays it back down low to Johnson one more time, but cleared out of the zone by Loyola with 2 minutes to go here in the first period. 40 seconds to go on the minor penalty to Alameda for tripping. Frankie Merger now with space and speed at the right side. He's it over the line. Merger's got it. Waits. Back down low at the right side point to Shoreswater. And now cleared out of the zone. Another 2-on-1 shorthanded for Loyola. Hill has the puck. Pass down low. Hoping for the open man. I believe it was DiGiovanni. He couldn't glove it down. Still with possession shorthanded now is Matthew Hill at the right side. Hill previously played for the New Jersey Avalanche, a top-tier Division AAA program in New Jersey. Gotta watch out for him. He's been a strong player. He passed the puck, and now eventually it was dumped in. Mark will have to leave it for Mulcahy, who plays it over to Shoreswater. Shoreswater now back down low behind the net to Mulcahy at the left side. Mulcahy now with about a minute to go here in the first period. Penalty is over. Long feed will not go the length of the ice. And with time in possession now is Loyola as Catholic is going for a change. At the right side, Loyola in over the line. Tried to take the shot. The stick was lifted. Goes to Hill with the shot. Oh, diving block from Cole Mulcahy. And the Cardinals clear the zone. Now, McQueenie pressing the issue here back behind the cage. Trying to come away with that loose puck. Pestering the man. Still not getting away with that puck. Man, oh man, nice play by DeLuca to come away from the checking. It's a 3-on-2, but they mess up the pass, and Desjardins will fling it and knock down with a gigantic check. My goodness. Still with time with 22 seconds to go. In over the line, but offsides, says the referee. Whoa. A lot of
action tonight.
Yeah. Fun one, man. It's been fun. A lot of action here in this period. So 20 seconds left in the scoreless first period. The Greyhounds looking for a late goal here. Scheming. A little game plan before the faceoff. DeLuca off this draw. Can't come away with it. Brunner was able to tie him up just enough to clear the zone, but in on sides again is Loyola as they rip the shot and it just goes wide of the cage. Merja got enough of it to clear. 10 seconds to go here in the first period. Loyola now back check back behind their cage, and with time, Merja knocks him down. Oh man, he took a bit of a stick to the midsection as well, or the back, I guess, but looked like it was a little bit of an accident. Nonetheless, it's 0-0 after one period of play. Cardinals now will hope to find the first goal of the game in the second period. A fun first period that was. And we'll be back to recap it with the first period intermission report. Stay with us here on WCUA. We'll be back in a bit. Let's briefly recap the first period while we have a second. There were penalties that we wanted to talk about on the Cardinals. There are only two: the trip from Finnegan and then the roughing penalties. The rough on Cole Mulcahy was also a coincidental minor to Jake Mertz. There was the 10-minute misconduct penalty, or the 2 and 10, excuse me, on Collins for Loyola, number 10. Excuse me, the number was written as number 10, but I believe it was a different player. And then number 29, which was Jack Fagan, he got a game misconduct for some interesting choice of words at the referee early in the, or midway through the first period, and then a slashing penalty late in the first period on Nick Alamia. Shots were 10-7 after the first period in favor of Loyola. Cardinals, yeah, they're still in possession of this game, but need to put some pucks in the back of the net here. Quick word on Blake Simonson is he probably, I believe, will return to this game. He was resting his leg in the locker room after the first period, as you can imagine. He said his left leg got twisted as he kind of went in for the check, as he kind of braced himself, and his leg fell under the leg of the other player, and it twisted. But looks like he's going to be okay and ready to play the rest of this game. So, in their own end now is Loyola, or excuse me, Catholic. Long feed across over to Henry at the left side. Henry trying to pick up that puck and move it out of the zone. We'll play it back to Mulcahy. Floats it high to the left side over to McQueenie. And now is off a stick. But with possession now is Doherty back across to the man Padula. And now to the open man Luis Giovanni, who is offsides. 18:43 remaining here in the second period. Seems like the second period has started off a little more quietly.
Nonetheless, the pressure is still there.
Oh, yeah. Catholic and Loyola have been taking turns about who's going to possess at what times, like they're playing a game, and whoever's going to, like a mind game, obviously not a hockey game, that's what they're playing, but you get the point. Anyway, Loyola will dump this puck in. Mark will leave it back behind the cage. Couldn't completely stop it as the puck does not hit the safety netting, and Finnegan will try and play it. Johnson steps in to prevent the check or the puck from going by him. Now with possession is DeLuca. DeLuca around one check and another. Offsides is Loyola, so it gives Catholic a chance to tie up. Johnson has the puck at the right side, looking for space. Will float it in on the goaltender, Crow. Makes the save, but he couldn't catch it, so the defenseman will have to hold on to it and try and lug it out of the zone. Good pressure from Desjardins. Comes back to the open man, Gavin Burke. He's around one check and another with space. Burke now has it, but he's offsides. Just about a little bit of words after the play as well from, looks like McQueenie. And, they're going to give him a penalty here.
I believe he took a shot after the whistle, so.
Oh, excuse me. I wasn't looking at it. Did he take it? I thought he kind of let the pucks go to the boards.
I think it went towards our goaltender, Daniel Mark, so I assume Daniel Mark had something to say.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's, if you ask me, that's a bit of a, that's a brainless penalty. You can't be taking. I don't care what team you're on. If it was Catholic, I'd say the same thing. You can't take penalties like that.
Of course.
That's silly. That's silliness. 2 full minutes going by here in the second period. Catholic back on the power play. Gavin Burke in the penalty box for unsportsmanlike conduct. He'll sit for 2 minutes. Catholic power play now will go to work here. Second attempt of the evening as Merja is knocked hard along the boards. Catholic still with possession. Frankie Merja has it now. Back out towards the line of Mulcahy. Back down low to Frankie Merja with time. Parked in front of Scott. Now at the point again, Mulcahy elects not to shoot. Plays it to Shores Water. Fans on the shot. Now back out to the point to Mulcahy. Back down low to Merja again. Merja waits. Holds on to the puck. And, well, it looked like he was going for the pass, but he gets it back. It was, looks like they gave it to him and said, here, try it again. Merja gets a second chance. I don't know how they didn't clear. Johnson now gets around the check of one. Oh, makes him fall, too. Johnson looking for the centering feed. It's off the mark. The puck will come back out to Frankie Merja at the right side point. 1:10 remaining on the penalty. Frankie Merja now with the puck at the right side, point again, looking for the pass down low to Schwarzwater. Inadvertently, he gets it. Backdoor feed to Johnson. Oh, he had the open man in front with Scott. Still in possession, trying to wrap it in on Crow. Save made, another save. Crow can't jump onto it. Now he does. Digging away is Johnson. Arms come up again. Shoving ensues. That's the story tonight so far. Let's credit our goaltenders, too. They've been good, too, so far.
Of course, yeah. The constant pressure definitely.
Got some more shoving and arms coming up. We might have another penalty here. Let's see who's going to be headed to the box. Now, I thought we had someone heading towards the penalty box. We looked at the referee was guiding him that way. But no penalties will come out of this. I think that's the right call. No real punches, just typical shoving. So draw coming up to the right of Crow. Catholic wins the draw. They set up shop at the left side. Dininger now, left side point. Back down low to Finnegan. Finnegan has it, floats it to McQueenie. McQueenie looking in front. The puck was knocked off his stick. Coming away with it one more time. Catholic trying to keep it alive and not able to do so. Stopping that puck is Henry. He'll have to chase back for it with 30 seconds to go on the power play. 16:30 remaining here in the second period. The score still 0-0. Catholic at the left side. Long flip pass to Brunner. It does touch his stick, and it'll roll to Crow, who will leave it to play towards his defenseman. McQueenie a big check. Neither of them could get to the puck, though, as Loyola does, and they float it back out through center again. Finnegan now gets the puck across to McQueenie at the left side. McQueenie's hit hard into the boards, still digs the puck out of his skates, and this penalty is going to end here. Man out of the box is Burke. 5-on-5 play will ensue now as the penalty is over. Puck is behind the Catholic net. Henry having trouble with it, trying to keep it away from Loyola, but they turn it over. Here's a pass in front, the shot, save made. Rebound was loose, kicked out by the Cardinals, and they try and clear. Brendan Johnson now with time and space. Tries to get around one, and he's pushed off the puck and also offsides. Still scoreless here. Still looking for the first goal of the evening. And like I mentioned a second ago, yes, we've been talking so much about the hitting and the penalties. Give credit to the goalies.
Of course, yeah.
They have been. Daniel Mark with some great saves. Crow with another pad save earlier in the first period to keep it scoreless. Mind you, this is his first ever game as a Greyhound. And he looks calm. He looks good. Got to give him credit. It's hard to come into games maybe where you don't think you're going to have to play. I think Bresnahan was supposed to be the starter, but nonetheless, Crow looks calm, cool, and collected as Frankie Merja is also knocked down, perhaps with a trip. Maybe he just fell over his own skate or something, but nonetheless, play ensues. Merja now at the right side has it, floats it on goal, save made. Crow had it and lost it. The puck is still free. Merja back down low again. Pass is intercepted into the skates of Loyola. Now behind their cage, they look to start up. Long feed, partly broken up. Big hit by Mulcahy to knock the man down in front of the Cardinal bench. Loyola didn't like it as they go for a high hit on Merja, but the play continues. Back behind the Loyola net. 14:50 to go here in the second period. Long feed out. Johnson's stick cancels with Loyola forward, but coming away with the puck again is Loyola as they float it towards the cage. It was knocked away at the right side. McQueenie has it at center. He's by himself. Will dump it in. Getting around the checks of one and trying to get around the checks of another. The puck is still on his feet as he goes for a slash, and the puck comes away from both of them. And moving out through center again at the right side is Loyola. Ian Collins with time and space. Leaves it to Burke. Burke hit hard along the wall at the right side point. Flung back down low by Loyola. Pucked it, DeLuca in front. DeLuca lost it. Mulcahy gathers. Will try and keep his head up and look. And wait, flings it off the boards. It won't be icing as Finnegan will outrace the icing. He'll try and dig for that puck. Mulcahy gets to it at the right side. Settles down the puck. Floats it. Deflection. Crow was ready again. Shoving after the play one more time. Knocked down was, I believe, Finnegan or Desjardins. And the players come together for another meeting after the whistle. Oh, it's like every time there's one shot on goal, the players battle for it. Someone's getting knocked down. It's inevitable.
Dude, that's number 7 for possible little roughing there after the whistle, after the shot.
Cross-check.
Cross-check.
Yeah, cross-check on Ian Giroux, I want to say his name is.
Yeah, I say so.
Ian Jarosz, he's in the box. 2 minutes for a cross check. So Catholic on the power play again. They've had their looks, but nobody's scored so far in this game. The goaltenders have been rock solid. Crow with another good save on the tip in front. I believe it was Desjardins that tipped it, and Crow was ready. He's been good. Crow has been playing very well so far. You know, I'm not saying it in the sense that, like, oh, it's surprising. It's just, no, it's his first ever game. You know, there's jitters. It's easy to get, you know, jittery and nervous, but he looks good. Now, Deininger takes the shot. It was blocked again off the draw. Save made. Rebound loose in front. Crow with a good save. Another save. The net's off. And that's going to be an automatic whistle. I don't think that puck entered the net, did it? No, it didn't. Sorry. I thought it did for a second, but it didn't. And another man is talking to the referee. I don't know if it's going to be another penalty. And it will be. Second penalty of the night.
Gives Catholic with a 5-on-3 power play.
Did I just hear delay a game? I thought I just heard delay a game signaled by the referee. He may have pushed the net off. I thought the goaltender did, and sometimes you can get away with that. But
especially with that chaos in the corner down there, it's obvious that you can. But I'm surprised it was on the player.
Yeah, I mean, it may have been, maybe it was on Crow, and obviously they can't take him into the box, but usually you can get away with that as a goaltender. I really couldn't see who knocked the cage off, but 5-on-3 power play for 1:45. Catholic needs a goal. Off this draw, shorthanded is Joe Baker. He clears the zone smartly and will chase after it. Mark will leave it. He's got Baker to deal with, but he gets the puck away from him, and Shoreswater now with space at the right side. Shoreswater's got it. In on sides. Lost possession of the puck. He gets it back, though, and floats it calmly to Deininger. Deininger over to Mulcahy. Back to Deininger. Steps into a shot, or a pass nonetheless. It goes to Shoreswater. Looking for the tip in front. Knocked away. Baker's there. Trying to clear at the goal line. It's passed back out across. Loyola trying to get to it and clear. Shoreswater prevents it. Catholic still with possession. Johnson to Shoreswater. Looking for the tip in front by Scott, and that was off the mark. Deininger at the point, plays it to Mulcahy, but the Cardinals are offsides, and they'll have to regroup with 12:45 to go, 53 seconds remaining on the first penalty. So Catholic still with the 5-on-3. But getting to the puck is Loyola. They'll clear all the way down. Mark's going to leave it to Mulcahy. 40 seconds to go off the first penalty. 12:25 to go in the second. Here he comes. Pass across to the right side to Shoreswater. Gains the line and dumps it in, but it's going to hit the safety netting, and it's going to be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Fox is definitely having a lot of action tonight with how many penalties we have so far? I believe it is 3 within this period alone.
On Loyola, right?
Yeah, on Loyola.
This is their. I haven't been writing down, to be honest. This is their third penalty. I'm pretty sure. But the Catholic's been out of the box the whole period so far, so give them credit. They haven't been retaliating or taking silly penalties, but at this point, you need one in the back of the cage.
You can't risk that opportunity.
Right. Johnson down low, the pass and the shot. Oh, Crow may have gotten a piece of it again. It rolled off the stick of Merja. Short-handed now is DeLuca. DeLuca around one, and a save made by Mark. A good enough play by Henry to prevent really the whole entire play or plan from DeLuca. So it won't be a goal for Loyola. That was an icing that was just called on one end of the ice.
But amazing blocker save from Daniel Mark down in the crease there.
Yeah, it was a good play from Henry. Yes, he did get beat defensively, but he got enough of the puck away from DeLuca.
He cut off the angle. That's the most important thing as a defender.
Yes, he cut off the angle, and it made the save easier for Mark. So draw coming up to the right of Mark. You got 12 seconds remaining on the penalty to Alamia. Here's a shot short-handed by Quinn Doherty, and the save made by Mark again. .46 to go here in the second. Catholic and Loyola still deadlocked at 0-0. Here's another shot again from Doherty. We'll do the same thing again as Mark makes the save. Oh, they want Mark to play it. Wow.
Wow, really?
Really? I mean, okay.
I am surprised
I'm surprised about that, yeah. Nonetheless, play continues with a shot taken by Henry. It bounces off the end boards. Loose behind the cage. McQueenie digging for it. Bodies come together. Henry's got to keep his head up here as Perrone comes in and tries to knock him off the puck. He did so successfully. Mulcahy now trying to get ahead of that puck, as does Brunner. Long shot in on Mark. Glove down by Mark. Puck still in play. Yeah, going back to that last play, I was surprised they made him keep that in play. I mean,
it was clear that there was an obvious threat of someone taking the puck away. Usually that's how it works if you have someone there.
Yeah, a bit surprising to me. Here's a shot taken. Mark got enough of it, I think, with the shoulder, and they're able to clear. Long feed hoping for Owen Finnegan, and that's out of his reach. Finnegan will chase after it as the Cardinals go for a change. In on sides is Doherty with time and space. Doherty now, long feed, hitting the open man, but intercepted by Finnegan. He's tired, but he's chasing after it. You can see he's out of gas. He's going to go for a change, I'm assuming, but Loyola now with time and space in their own end as Finnegan continues to push around players. Finnegan trying to reach for that puck, still reaching for it. Taken away by the open man at the right side wing, DiGiovanni. Lost the puck, it was Perrone, and now floated back in by Desjardins. 10:20 to go here, just about at the halfway point of regulation time, and it's still 0-0. Shoreswater now, with time at the left side. Puck rolled off his stick, bounces to Mulcahy. Mulcahy back out across to Henry, back out to Mulcahy. Cardinals taking their time. Henry now, lost the puck, gets it back. Shoreswater digging for it, and now pushed back behind the cage to Cole Mulcahy. Mulcahy at the right side. Floats it to his partner, Henry. Henry with his head up, hits the open man. It's off his stick, and going the other way is Weidenkamp. Weidenkamp by himself. Elects to shoot it, and it hits off the wall. Another shot taken by Weidenkamp. He lost the puck in his skates, though. Shoreswater digging for it, trying to get the puck away from him, and coming away with it is Matthew Hill. Watch out. Hill, nice move around the defense. Hill trying to go to the outside. Hill actually was trying to cut in. A nice play defensively from Mulcahy, and Shoreswater comes away with it. Shoreswater plays it into the middle, looking for the pass. It was off the mark. Shoreswater, it was Desjardins who had it, dumped it in, and will now go for a change. Still haven't seen Simonson in the second period. We'll see if he does later. Here's Burke, a shot.
Good
seen all the way
save
by
from
Mark.
D-Mark.
Yeah, seen all the way by Daniel Mark. And still, Catholic starting to get a little tired. Loyola's got the more players on their bench. It's starting to remind me a bit of the Salisbury game a little bit, just with the physicality. Less players on the bench. Simonson's heading back to the locker room here. Looks like may not see him for the rest of the game. Just for a second, I thought he was going to come onto the ice, and he's back to the locker room. So we'll get more words on Blake Simonson's status. We'll let you know. We'll still leave it as questionable for now, but maybe I'll move that down to doubtful. Now, in this defensive zone draw, back to get it now, Juarez. Floats it across, hoping for the open man, DeLuca at the left side. DeLuca trying to get around the defensive Johnson. Nice play. Oh, man down, and a penalty coming up here. Somebody called a stick up high. This is going to be a penalty on the Cardinals. Looked like a slash for sure. I didn't see who slashed who or who slashed the man on Loyola. It's definitely on Catholic. I want to see if it's a 2-minute penalty, a 5-minute penalty. We'll wait for the signal. So high sticking on Will Brunner here. Cardinals' first penalty of the period. And it's going to be 2 minutes, minor penalty. Yeah, Cardinals have done a good job so far defensively, trying to limit the chances of Loyola. They've been clearing and doing a good job, but Cardinals need to continue that, doing a good job of clearing the puck at this line. Padula, a shot, and it's blocked in front by the Cardinals. May have been dining her. Loose puck again taken away by Loyola as it bounced away from Catholic. With time and space, the puck indirectly. Backdoor feed was off the mark from Perrone. Perrone back to Doherty, right side point, flips the shot. Save made, Mark with the left pad. It was bouncing, didn't matter. Mark with the save. Perrone now. About 1:25 to go on the power play. 8:05 to go here in the second period. It's still 0-0. Perrone with time and space. Floats it to the open man, Padula. Down low, hoping for the man in front. The shot, oh, it just went wide. They had great opportunity for Loyola. Cardinals getting lucky. Juarez now at the right side, holds on to it. Back to Padula. Puck rolled off his stick. It's down low to Perone. Perone at the left side goal line has time. He waits. Back to Padula. Padula down low, back out to Padula again. Looking for the one-timer. It was off the mark from DiGiovanni. Now the Cardinals finally clear. Big clear from the Cardinals. Those guys are tired. They need a change. Loyola knows it, and they're going to move quickly here. Quinn Doherty with time and space. Gains the red line and floats it in off a tip from Joe Baker. Johnson now battling for it. He's knocked off the puck. Baker a shot. Save made by Mark. Rebound to the point. Juarez has it. Floats it to Doherty. Now he fanned on the shot as he tried to take it. Gets the puck back. 20 seconds on the power play. Here's a shot. Save made Mark. Rebound loose. And the Cardinals not able to clear the zone just yet. Juarez again has the puck. Back to Doherty. One-time blast goes wide of the cage. Baker battling for it as well. 3 seconds on the power play. The man's out of the box for Catholic. It's Will Brunner. 5-on-5 play. Cardinals still shorthanded as Brunner went to the bench. Still gloving it down to Juarez. Catholic needs to clear. Juarez another shot. That's wide of the cage again. Finnegan's going to get to it. Trying to clear the puck. He gets it to Desjardins, who's battling for it. It's loose at center. Desjardins elects to stay on the ice and coming away with it now. Back to Mulcahy. Floats it up into the zone to Baker. Taken away by Juarez again. It's loose. And back to Henry. Henry back to Mulcahy with just about 6 minutes to go here in a scoreless second period. Baker walks to the slot. Falling down. Looks like he took the shot. He couldn't actually. It was taken away. Finnegan now trying to go out of the zone with it. Taken away by the Greyhounds again. Henry back out across to Finnegan at the right side. Finnegan trying to battle for it, as is Catholic. It's loose again at the line. Open man, the shot, deflection, save made, and Mark's got it again. Wow. Lots of action. Cardinals really couldn't get it clear out of the zone within like the last minute 20 on the power play.
Absolute props to D-Mark. He's been very busy down in the paint there.
Yes, the man they call D-Mark, Daniel Mark, standing tall. Yeah, Cardinals were bending, but didn't break on that power play, and that's huge. Getting to that stage of the second period, we really don't want to let up a late goal. Up comes free to the high slot. Back out towards the point. Alamia, the shot, deflection just wide of the net. Collins trying to wrap it on Daniel Mark. Back out towards the right side. A shot in front, save made Mark again. It's loose and cleared out by the Cardinals. Not the length of the ice. Loyola touched it, so they'll have to play it. Long feet again. Shoreswater trying to get to it. He's being bodied by several players and trying to get it to the open man, Merja. Scott comes in to help. Sticks come up high. Still battling for it is Catholic. Merja comes away with it. Floats it in on the goaltender. It's just wide of the cage. Scott battling for it at the line. Mulcahy elects to take it out to center. Mulcahy over to Henry. Henry floats it into Shoreswater. He's going to float it in the zone. Under 5 to go in the second. Nolan Scott battling for it. It's loose in the skates. Scott didn't see it. He took a quick shot, but it was partly blocked. And coming away with it now is Loyola. Loyola now at the right side. With time and space, behind the cage is Collins. Collins waits. He holds. Back out the line again. A shot taken by Doherty. Hits the boot of Merja or Desjardins as he battles for it. Desjardins battling for it. Kicks it ahead to Shoreswater. He's got it at the left side. Shoreswater stops. He waits. Lets the shot go. Oh, he just missed it high. Now, floated back into the Catholic end again. Mulcahy over to Finnegan. It hit a player on the bench, so it's going to be a whistle and a neutral zone draw. 4:07 to go here. We're still scoreless.
Exceptionally tight game, especially with Catholic's lower number of players, obviously, and opposite side of the bench. It's really hard to keep up with that pace, especially with the current circumstances we have.
Yeah. Loyola's got a few extra players on the bench. Catholic, obviously, not today. They're missing 2 key players that they could use in situations like this, and they'll have to do without them. At the right side, Hill has the puck. Floats it looking for the pass down low to Perone. Perone's got it. Back to Padula. Floats the shot. Mark sees it all the
Glove
way.
save.
He's gloved that one again. He's done it all night so far. .347 to go here in the second. Cardinals still battling for it. Brendan Johnson off this draw. Gets it from the centerman. McQueenie has it in his skates. Will try and clear up to Desjardins. Still battling for it. Puck into the middle to Perron. Missed check by Finnegan right in front of us. Puck back behind the cage of Catholics. Trying to get it is McQueenie. Turnover. Save made Mark. Perron was ready for the rebound, but it bounced away from him. Padula at the line again. Lets the shot go. Mark, another glove save. And another whistle. You know what makes that glove save even better is he caught it. If he didn't catch it, that puck is still in play.
Rebound.
Yeah, and Catholic gets to go for a change. They get to get the tired guys off the ice. That's a big play. Might not seem like it. Honestly, in essence, it really is. 3:17 to go here. Cardinals and Loyola. We're still 0-0. At the line again, Padula plays it across. The one-time blast was blocked. Picked up by Nolan. Scotty overskated it as it was poked off his stick. Battling for it one more time is Cardinals in the corner. Back behind the Catholic cage. Scott tries to clear. Loose puck again, picked up by Nolan Scott. Again, he tries to clear it. He gets it to Schwarzwater, floated high in the air, hoping for Merja, but gloved down by Doherty, who plays it back to his partner, Padula. Padula around one, gets it ahead into the zone. Matthew Hill floats a shot, deflected into the safety netting. 2:45 to go here in the second period while we have a brief stoppage. Catholic will be back at it next Friday night. The Cardinals will travel to Exton, Pennsylvania to take on the Kutztown University Golden Bears. Puck drop is set for 8:30 p.m. at Power Play Rinks. WCUA will have coverage starting at 8:15 p.m. and tune in for pregame coverage tomorrow with yours truly. So 2:42 to go. There was a quick shot taken in on Daniel Mark. He made the save. Still in possession is Loyola. Shot as they try it from the goal line. Mark was ready one more time. Puck loose in the high slot. Referees had a man down at the far end of the play. Loyola wanted a penalty, maybe for a trip, but they won't get it. Schwarzwater battling for it again. He's got it back behind the cage, looking for it. Still battling for it with Burke. Open man is Juarez to help him out, and he skates away with it. 2:14 to go here in the second period. Juarez has it. Around one and another. He keeps on trucking. Save made. Rolls out to Burke at the line. A shot taken. That one goes wayward wide. Frankie Merja trying to clear. He's able to. Chasing after it now is Will Brunner with 1:55 to go here in the second. Burke. Long feet across on sides. Nice play to get it into the zone by Burke. Players battle behind the cage. Baker trying to help out. Baker trying to come away with that puck. Being bodied. Oh, man. Players flying down. I think it was Will Brunner. Bowling ball knocking players down. Our puck is still loose. Burke back behind the cage. Still battling for it. Players into the corner. Still hoping for that puck. Loyola comes away with it. Nice pirouette from DeLuca. DeLuca still with possession at the left side goal line. Looks to set up shop. Looking for the centering feed. Takes the shot. Mark with the save. Couldn't glove it, though. Weidenkampf gets enough of it to clear it out of the zone. About a minute to go here in the second period. DeLuca gets around run and still has possession at center. DeLuca still with time. Lets the shot go. And it handcuffed Mark, but he's able to hold on to it with 58 seconds to go here in the second period.
Just absolute pure aggression from both teams. Obviously, from back of the cage there, you saw players were flying all over the place, especially with considering the stakes of the game. 0-0 second period with 1 minute left. There's only 1 period left of hockey.
Well, this is now a time where you don't want to let up a goal. Either team. You do not want to go down to this third period down 1-0. It doesn't matter. It's been a very scoreless game for a reason. You don't want to go down 1-0 here. Catholic obviously looking for the goal. Here's a shot that goes wide of the cage. Yeah, like we mentioned. Oh, big hit by Nolan Scott on Matthew Hill. He didn't like the hit. Now going the other way with it now is another wayward shot high of the cage. Alamia a shot. That goes wide of the cage again. Another shot taken. Was partly blocked. With possession now in the high slot is Loyola. They backhanded in on goal. Save made Mark. Deininger now floats it high in the air and he'll hit the ceiling with this one. 25 seconds to go. 0-0 still to score. But yes, I mean, the most ideal situation for both teams here is to go down or to go into the third period tied 0-0. It's just such a big deflator when you go down with a late goal scored against you in the third. Off this draw, it's won by Merja, who gets it from the centerman Nolan Scott. Over to Shoreswater, has it, gets around, won the shot, he scores! Oh my goodness, what a great play from Jackson Shoreswater. It's 1-0, post and in. 1-0 Catholic. Oh my goodness.
Absolute amazing pass from Maraja. Absolute beauty of a goal. No other words to say than that.
No, not much else to say. The beautiful move, the toe drag around the defenseman, and to hit the net, hit the far post and in. That's a heck of a shot. We got 16 seconds left, and the ideal situation that I mentioned for Loyola, not going to happen. Catholic up 1 now with 10 seconds to go here in the second. Deininger now. Cardinals really just trying to hold on to this puck and go up 1 after 2. Deininger trying to glove it down. 1 second. Oh, late hit after the whistle, or at the whistle. And that's going to do it. 1-0 after 2 periods of play. The late goal from Jackson Shoreswater, and the Cardinals now have the lead. We'll be back in a few minutes to discuss the second period of action. Both teams tired, playing hard. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. Third period action just about underway. Teams are coming out of their locker rooms. We'll briefly recap the scoring and the penalties in the second period. Well, it's only 1-0, so we only got one goal to cover. Jackson Schwarzwater, with 16 seconds left in the second period, scored. It was a beautiful move. Frankie Merja picked up the puck in the neutral zone. Bit of a drop pass, nonetheless, I think, in the neutral zone to Jackson Schwarzwater. He made a beautiful toe drag move around the defenseman and cut towards the cage, let the shot go, and it rang off the far post and in to beat Samuel Crow. And that's where we stand, 1-0 after 2 periods of play.
Yeah, absolutely incredible teamwork from Catholic over here. That goal would not have been possible without that pass. It was just set up perfectly. Just perfect coordination with the team. Perfect.
Now the shots in that period were 16 for Loyola and 9 for Catholic, so they're still being outshot by a total of 16 to 26. Catholic in front where it matters, 1-0. And we'll mention the penalties. Catholic only had one penalty in that second period. It was a high sticking penalty to Will Brunner, and 3 on Loyola. Burke were for a unsportsmanlike with the shot after the whistle. Jaraz with a cross check. And Awamia, number 24, with that last penalty. I believe it was a delay game penalty.
Into the third period, here we go.
The third period underway. Catholic looking to close this one out. Loyola obviously not going to shy away. Here's Jackson Schwarzwater at the left side, in on sides, cuts behind the cage, looks up front and drops off the puck to Nolan Scott, but he can't get to it. And coming away with it is the open man at the right side wing, Di Giovanni. He overskated the puck. Johnson over to Deininger, over to Frankie Merja. Long feed hoping for Schwarzwater. That's going to be out of reach and icing. Still no official status with Blake Simonson. I'm just going to ask you, do you see him on the bench? I'm having a...
No, I do not see
Okay,
him.
I didn't see him either, no. So I'm going to... Officially, we don't know if he's out yet. He's still in the locker room trying to get evaluated somewhat still, but we'll leave his status as questionable. As here's a 2-on-1. Schwarzwater across to Merja, kicks it to his feet. The shot,
and
he scores! Frankie Merja, and it's 2-0 Cardinals. 2 players with a nice play at the end of the second period. 1 to start the third. It was so nice, they had to do it twice. It's 2-0 Cardinals. This time, Merja with the finish and a shot I think Crow would like back. 2-0 nonetheless. Merja, the goal scorer, the pass across from Schwarzwater. Cardinals up 2-0 early in the third period. Just what the Cardinals needed. Another goal. Pass across back to Joey Henry, over to Mulcahy. Off this draw, it's going to roll to Crow, who will leave it in play to Burke. Burke plays it back across one more time at the left side, rolls it into the center zone, over to the open man Joe Baker, who overskated the puck. Loose again, the pass to Burke, and it was just out of reach of his feet. Cardinals got a little lucky. Desjardins plays it back across to Joey Henry. Henry has time, elects to skate it out through center. He's got it moving through the left side, and he's going to float it into the zone. Now he'll float it over to Finnegan at the left side. Dot crunched along the boards. He's all by himself, and it's going to be shot now. Well, Finnegan was probably going to take a look towards the goal, but his stick was lifted. And coming away with the puck now is DeLuca. DeLuca now overskates the puck at the line. Merja plays it ahead over to Schwarzwater. Schwarzwater still digging for it and battling for it, but it was out of his reach as he tried to do so. Cardinals are still offside, so it'll give Loyola time to regroup. 18 minutes to go here in the third period. The Cardinals up by 2. Schwarzwater now at the right side wall, trying to pick up the puck. Loose again, picked up by Merja. Floated down behind the cage to Nolan Scott. Scott trying to get to it, turns over the puck. Catholic had it for a second. It rolled off the stick. Here's Juarez. Juarez has it with time, lets the shot go. Save made by Mark. Juarez still with the puck as he gathers the rebound. Shoreswater battling for it. Back behind the cage, over to Johnson. He couldn't get to it. The shot taken goes through the crease of the shot by Collins. Here's another shot that goes behind the net as Mark made a blocker save. 17-13 remaining here in the third. Here's Jackson Deininger at the right side. Deininger has possession, in onsides, overskates the puck as it was bumped off his stick, and Ian Collins will gain the red line and dump in. Mark leaves it for his defense. Collins pressing. Mulcahy plays it back across to Matthew McQueenie. Back across one more time to Mulcahy. It's off the mark as the sticks collided along the boards, as did players. The Catholics still with possession back behind their cage. Henry, long feed to Matthew McQueenie is going to be out of his reach. Icing, says the referee. 16:44 to go here in the third period.
Absolutely incredible speed by Catholic with absolute high-speed precision, just constant pressure, even with the two-goal lead. That pressure is still important even with such an optimal situation for Catholic here.
Very optimal situation. While we have a second, we'll wait for the next whistle to talk about. We have a score update from Christopher Newport as Luke Weidenkampf kind of collided into a player as he was blocking the shot. We have a final score update from the UMBC Christopher Newport game. Christopher Newport came back to beat UMBC 6-5 in the third period. There was a long delay because they had to replace a glass panel in Yorktown, but eventually it was fixed. CNU wins this one 6-5. So McQueenie back across, trying to clear the zone. Plays it up ahead, hoping for the open man, but it bounces back to McQueenie. He's got the puck, and he's moving well. Oh, he gets checked and knocked down, but he still tries to find that puck. He's racing after it now. And went for the check instead and sidestepped it was the open man with the puck. Now, at the line, here's a shot. Deflection. Save made Crow as he jumps out on top. McQueenie with a good deflection. The save made by Crow once again.
Incredible effort there by Matthew McQueenie there into the corner, leading with that battle. And even after getting checked into the boards, he got back up and still chased after that puck.
Yeah, he chased after it and actually got a shot on goal. I believe he deflected that puck too. So the save made by Crow. There's another shot taken, and another shot is blocked. Loose in front, the save made by Crow off the pads. Oh, he got just enough of it. Good reaction time from the freshman goaltender. Now loose at the line, it comes free to the open man, Hill. Watch out. Hill at the right side. Floats it down low to the man behind the cage. He couldn't get to it. Deininger will instead, and will fling it out of the zone over to Jackson Shoreswater. Chases after the bouncing puck. Shoreswater battling for it. Loose at the line. Merja will fling it back into the zone with 15:35 to go here in the third. Frankie Merja waiting for that puck to come to him. Rolls free at the line again. Scott plays it back down low. Merja will get to it. Merja plays it along the kick plate, hoping for it. Nolan Scott takes the man into the boards. Loyola now down 2. They need 2 goals here. Still haven't had a ton of chances here in the third, but here's Frankie Perrone. In on goal, he scores. Oh my goodness. Perrone cuts the lead in half. He split the defense, and he beat Mark top shelf. It's 2-1. Frank Perrone, 7th goal on the season. And the Cardinals, just like that, it's not over yet. Well, that's one play I think where your defense has to have their heads up. You got a great defenseman who made that pass. He found Perrone racing through the middle. Cardinals defense was flat-footed, and they beat Mark with a clean shot. Perrone's their top point scorer. 7th goal on the season. And he makes the Cardinals pay. So Loyola now with signs of life, momentum starting to shift again with that goal. The Cardinals need to lock it down. Matthew Hill now with possession. Hill has it at the right side. It's flung back across to Perrone. He's in on sides. He's hit into the boards by McQueenie, but turned over to Juarez at the line. Loyola was able to keep it. In on sides, over to Gavin Burke. Burke has possession back behind the cage and plays it back across to Matthew Hill. Hill racing for it with McQueenie. Prevented the open pass from getting through back into the zone as they'll have to regroup back in their neutral zone. Here they come at the right side. Oh, knocked down. Penalty coming up on Catholic. It's going to come on Connor Desjardins for a hold, and another stick came up high, and this could be 2 men into the box for Catholic. Oh my goodness, this is not what you wanted. Let's wait and see. It's going to be Connor Desjardins in the box for a hold, and they may have 2 guys in the box for Catholic. Let's wait and see. So I believe the penalty was a hook. I think I saw the referee make that signal. And it's just 1 penalty. I thought it was another penalty on Mulcahy because I saw him kind of put the stick up in the helmet cage of another player, but it's just going to be 1 man into the box for the Cardinals. It's Connor Desjardins. He kind of brought the man down. That's a hold. That's the correct call made by the referee. But the faceoff will be moved back out to center. So Loyola now on the power play. Connor Desjardins, his first game back as a Cardinal. He sits for 2 minutes for holding at a crucial time in this game. At the right side, trying to chase after this puck is Padula. Cardinals trying to get to it. Setting up shop is Loyola. At the left side, Perrone looking for 2. Backdoor feed to Padula. It rolled off his stick. Padula back out towards the line to Hill. Takes his time. Back down low again to Padula. Again. Back down low at the goal line. Mulcahy battling for it. He gets it free, and he can't clear. Matthew Hill, right side, skates it in, has possession behind the cage. Looks to wrap it in front. Puck loose, the shot. Oh, and Mark got a piece of it. I don't know how that didn't go in. My goodness, what a save.
Incredible performance.
Wow. Still with possession, though, and time is Loyola. Mulcahy gets to it and knocks the man down at the same time and is able to clear the zone. 13:20 to go here in the third. The Cardinals up 1. About 55 seconds to go on the Loyola power play. Matthew Hill overskates the puck and knocks a man down. He runs him over. It was Frankie Merja. Gets back up to his feet, and he can't clear. Shoreswater hangs onto the puck and backhands it out of the zone all the way down the length of the ice. 40 seconds to go on the power play. 12:55 to go here in the third period. The Cardinals still up 1, and I don't know how they're still up by 1. I don't know how that didn't go in. Now, DeLuca across to Baker. Baker, a poor pass by Baker and DeLuca as they cross mixed signals, and puck was out of the zone, but now brought back in by DeLuca at the right side. DeLuca now with time, plays it back out towards the right side. Back over to the open man, Burke. Back to Juarez. Pass across to Baker. Puck bounced off the end wall. It's loose, man knocked down from behind. Deemed clean by the official. Still not cleared out. It's 5-on-5 as the puck rolls out of the zone and Brunner hits him into the boards. 5-on-5 the Cardinals, and somehow they kill it off. Oh, interference. Penalty. McQueenie was hit at center ice. Not even near the puck, but referee deems it clean. No penalty. Now with possession again. Burke flings it ahead, trying to get back to the stick of the puck again. Taken away by Will Brunner. Puck out towards the point to DeLuca. Slap shot. Blocked away. McQueenie gets to it. Oh, McQueenie knocked down again, away from the puck. Play continues. DeLuca now stops from the dime. Puck pass across again, and over anxious was Loyola. They're offsides. Now going back to that save by Mark, I don't know how he got across. There was a wide open cage to our left, and he either got a piece of it, I think he did, or it hit the post. Oh my goodness, I don't know how they did not tie that up. What a save by Mark if he got a piece of it. It may have been him or the post, but either way, the Cardinals still in front. 11:44 to go here in the third period. Cardinals up 2-1. Puck goes back to Jackson Deininger at the left side. Deininger now floats it across to Johnson. The puck was in his skates, but he flings it back out. Back over to the open man and back to Johnson. It's back to Shoreswater. He gets around the defensive one, cuts in, lets it go, and Crow was ready with the save. Crow with the glove save. Cardinals still in front by 1. Cardinals now trying to keep the game alive. Or the lead alive, sorry, excuse me. Now, puck picked up by Loyola, shot back in the zone. It's touched, so it wasn't going to be icing either way, but it rolled in front of the cage. The Cardinals had to touch it. Now at the line, Shoreswater trying to clear. He can't. Quick shot taken, bounces down low. It was loose in front for a moment. but Schwarzwater gets to it and finds the open man. Merja at the left side with a step. Merja by himself, being marked by a few players, gets around a few players, and back behind the cage, it floats out the center. Henry back out across to Mulcahy at the left side. 10:44 to go. Good tip from Nolan Scott to fling it into the zone as he goes for a change. 2-1 the score. Loyola pressing the issue, but the Cardinals still in front. Loyola back out across. Finds the open man over to Matthew Hill. Hill's got it. And partly blocked by McQueenie, but still with possession is Hill. He's knocked down at the same time. Players collide. Still with possession is Loyola. Man into the high slot. The puck was off his skate, but Loyola still has it at the line. Loyola skates it, drops it back down low to the open man. Alamia takes the shot. It's blocked. Bodies come together along the boards. Players fall down. You got a penalty coming up here. It's on Loyola. Cardinals going to go to the power play. Matthew Hill touches up on the puck. Cardinals back to the power play here with about 10 minutes to go here in the third. So White will go to the box 2 minutes for a hooking, says the official. Loyola into the box. Alamia will head back for his second penalty of the evening. Cardinals now, a goal here would do them wonders. Up by 2 midway through the third. This could be huge. Cardinals now unsuccessful so far on the power play tonight. They've had some good looks, but still, a goal here could really help their fortunes. Schwarzwater back to Mulcahy. Slowly gets this back to Deininger, and now back to Mulcahy. Back to Deininger. Thought about a shot, didn't take it. Back to Deininger again. Indirectly goes back to Mulcahy. Mulcahy takes the shot, it's blocked. Getting to the puck at the right side half wall is Deininger. Deininger knocked down, puck comes free to Loyola, and they have the puck with DeLuca. DeLuca now floats it over to Baker. Baker's got a step, but the puck was knocked off his stick, and he's knocked off the puck with about 1:22 to go here in the penalty. Mulcahy has it at the right side, flings it into the zone. 9:15 to go here in the third. Deininger now back to Schwarzwater. Floats it down the length of the ice, hoping to try and keep it in the zone as Schwarzwater. He was able to, but nice play from DeLuca as he's knocked down to clear the zone. Catholic now still has possession. 9 minutes to go in the third. Catholic still up by 1. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Long shot in on Crow. Goes over the cage. Guns to Loyola. They're able to clear, but just to center ice as it hit the referee's skate. Mulcahy across the Schwarzwater into the middle. Indirect pass. It goes to Johnson, who sidesteps a check and a second one for a moment, but cleared all the way down the length of the ice by Loyola. They're going to change. 8:33 to go here. 30 seconds to go on the minor penalty to Alamia. Bouncing puck taken away by Schwarzwater over to Will Brunner, who falls down. Loyola gets possession of it, met quickly by Schwarzwater. Still with the puck is Loyola. Trying to keep it alive now, but Perrone gets it. Perrone has it, waits, holds, lets the shot go, and good defense from Mulcahy to knock it into the safety netting.
With just 10 seconds left into the power play for Catholic, it is crucial that they make use of these little seconds left.
Yeah, you only maybe have one more rush here on this power play. But at least if you can get it into the zone, remember, you don't want Loyola to try and get the man out of the box for a breakaway or some sort of odd man rush. So Catholic's really just going to try and push this one quickly into the zone or just try and hold it somewhat, knowing that the man was coming out of the box. So here's Merja now. Penalty is officially over. 5-on-5 play as Merja's in over the line. Merja around one and another. To his forehand, the shot. The save by Crow. 7:55 left here in the third period. Cardinals up by 1 still. Loyola just killed it off. Loyola now, you have to imagine, is going to press here. Puck taken away. It's loose off the draw. Falling down was Loyola. Trying to clear the zone. Perrone has it. High flip, hoping for Matthew Hill. Not able to get to it, but not able to glove it was McQueenie. And here comes Loyola. Back to Hill. Lets it go. The tip, the save made. Looked like for a moment. Puck is still loose. Another shot taken on Mark. That's also blocked. Henry now flings it high up into the air. And yes, out of the zone to Gavin Burke. Burke plays it across to Juarez at the right side line. Juarez stops on a dime. It's loose into the high slot. Puck was knocked off Perron's stick. Scott, a nice stutter step move. You might have a 2-on-1, but getting back now is Gavin Burke. So it was a 2-on-2 mainly. The puck now behind the cage, looking in front. A shot taken. It hits the outside of the post and rolled back to Crow with 7:07 remaining here in the third. 2-1 the score. 7:07 to go here in the third period. Cardinals trying to hang on.
Absolute incredible performance by not only Daniel Mark, I should say, but also by Loyola's goalie Crow. Absolutely incredible performance.
Yeah, first ever collegiate game. He's played very well. I think he would like the second goal back personally, but nonetheless, he's played well. And that was offsides. That play right there, clearly offsides. It was close. They were arguing it, but the far man, or the closer player, was offsides. 6:58 to go. Loyola didn't like the offsides call, but it was the correct call made by the official. Joe Baker in to take the draw against Nolan Scott. Baker wins it cleanly and flung into the zone by Doherty, but Catholic's able to get possession of it. Here's Jackson Deininger at the right side. Deininger flings it ahead to Shoreswater on the backhand, kept alive at the line by Deininger, and that is offsides. 6:46 left to go in the third. Caden, this game has pretty much lived up to expectations. It's what we said it would be. Both teams still battling here late in the third. Now Baker has it at the left side, trying to get around the checking. Tries to glove the puck down. Johnson gets to it, but can't get it back to his skates. Player's body along the wall. Pretty physical along the wall, as we saw mainly a lot in the first period. Here's DeLuca. DeLuca now has the puck, flings it back out towards the line of Doherty. Quickly across to Padula, lets the shot go, rolls high over the cage. And now with possession, here's DeLuca trying to cut towards the cage. Doherty out at the line. He has the puck knocked off his stick by Frankie Merja. Padula now long feed into the zone. It's not going to be, it will be icing, excuse me. And Loyola tried to go for a change off the icing. The referee said not today, that can't change when the icing's called.
But yeah, going back to what you said, Juliana, absolute stellar performances by both teams, all putting maximum effort for this game.
Yeah, every team has come as advertised. Loyola and Catholic always play each other tough, and we're down to the final 6 minutes of play. As we have a late substitution here off the draw. It might be an equipment issue with Weidenkampf, what made him get off. So Owen Finnegan will come in to take the right wing spot off this draw. Finnegan battling for it, flowing out of the zone to DeLuca. DeLuca at the left side, trying to get around the defense of Henry. He's got it. DeLuca lets it go. Oh, big blocker save by Daniel Mark. Loose back down low behind the cage again. Henry trying to get to it for the Cardinals. He's taken it into the boards by Baker. Baker comes away with the puck, but it was knocked off his stick. McQueenie smartly plays it behind the cage to Finnegan. He'll fling it all the way down. It has enough steam for icing. Looked like it barely made the line, but enough, says the official. 5:41. And wait a second here. Did we have a call? Couldn't hear what the official said, but it must have been something infraction on the play that prevented it from being completely in icing on the Cardinals. So it's a neutral zone draw, or a center zone draw. And it's won forwards by Desjardins, but Loyola will get possession. 5:36 to go here in the third period. Mulcahy across to Henry. Henry into the middle to Desjardins. Desjardins across to Finnegan. He'll fling it back behind the cage. Loose one more time. Picked up by Loyola. Trying to clear out the right side, but taken back by Mulcahy. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. The Cardinals trying to shut the door on the Greyhounds. Long feed out of McQueenie's reach. Taken back at the right side. Taken back by Mulcahy. Back across to Henry. Floated over to Finnegan. You got a 2-on-1. You got Desjardins and Finnegan. Desjardins with the puck. He waits. He fires it. He just missed. Oh, on the far side. Good opportunity. Now, Okay, he knocked down with the big check. Got the puck into the zone, took a hit to make a play. Under 5 to go here in the third period. The Cardinals going for a change. Loyola looking to get in on sides. Good, says the official. Loyola not with possession of it, though. And the Cardinals trying to clear. Big hit back behind the cage. The puck away from both players. Good, okay by the referee. And cleared out of the zone by Finnegan. It won't go down the length of the ice. 4:25 to go here in the third period. The Cardinals looking to hang on. Nolan Scott gets it to Merja. The puck in his skates. Merja holds on to the puck. Flings it back down low. The pass was interrupted by the open man, Juarez. Maybe hit from behind, but the play continues. 4 minutes to go in the third. Juarez. Long feed to Perone. Flings it ahead. Oh, nice play, but just out of his reach. Hoping for DiGiovanni. Puck flung down the length of the ice. Back to Burke. Over to Perone. Perone back out across to Juarez. Long feed into the middle to Matthew Hill. They're onside, says the official. DiGiovanni is shot. Save made by Mark. 3:40 to go here in the third. Loyola battling for it. They have it at the left side. Hill trying to come away with the puck at the line. Loyola's defenseman was out of the zone, so they'll calmly reset. In onside is Juarez. The Cardinals go for a change. Juarez had the puck knocked off his stick, but he keeps it alive to the far side of the left side at the blue line and clicked out of the zone by the Cardinals. 3:20 to go. Loyola gloves it down. Perone has the puck. Didn't gain the red line. Icing on Loyola with 3:10 to go. 2-1. A game where the Cardinals have an outshot, but they're still in front where it matters by 1 goal. And one thing I got to say, I feel like when I say this, something's going to happen. The Cardinals have done a good job so far of staying out of the penalty box pretty much since the first period.
Of course, yeah. Compared to Loyola's however many penalties they've gotten over the span of this entire game, Catholic's been pretty clean.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job. Catholic has kept their sticks down. They're not taking silly penalties. Oh, that's going to be a hand pass unless it's picked up. Well, Finnegan gets to it. They'll keep it alive. Finnegan floats it towards the cage. Looks like the officials or coaches of Loyola wanted a hand pass. They may have had that right call, but nonetheless, in over the line is Matthew Hill at the left side. Hill has it. Looks to center it in front. Skates around. Hill holds on to it. Fires the shot. Mark with the glove save. The sticks come up again in front of Matthew McQueenie. The referees come in to stop it. 2:37 left. Loyola down 1. You have to imagine the timeout's coming soon from Loyola and the empty net situation.
An absolute beautiful snag from Daniel Mark in the crease there from the attempt by Loyola.
Yeah, he's been making those saves all night. Doing a good job. Now you got a timeout called, I believe, by Loyola. I think it was Loyola. Both players now all players at their benches looking for the words of wisdom from their head coaches, as head coach, if I can get his name, I believe his name is Matt Paris. Excuse me, I have that incorrect, but yes, Matt Paris says to his goaltender, Samuel Crow, watch for my signal. I'm going to try and pull him here. I want to say it at 1:45. The game has changed so much where it would be like 1:30 you would pull your goaltender. Now teams start to do it at 2:30, maybe 3 minutes. I mean, they're only down 1 goal. You can kind of wait till about 1:30.
Another big thing too is face-off location. Obviously, you don't want to empty net in your own face-off zone, but
right.
It really, just because of that, like you said, 1:30 doesn't cut it enough, especially how fast things change, especially with a high-pressure game like Loyola versus Catholic tonight.
Well, Samuel Crow is going to go back to his net here. So it's going to be 5-on-5, defensive zone draw. They might be waiting for possession. I mean, Crow's not even in the hash marks. He's in his crease, pretty much at the goal line. So I can't imagine they're going to try and pull him within the next 20 seconds. Trying to see if Loyola can get it done 5-on-5. The Cardinals trying to see if they can hang on here for the last 2.5 minutes. Getting around the stick check. Padula down low into the slot to Perone. Catholic comes away with it. Joey Henry now. Henry, long shot, will fling it in on the goaltender Crow, who will keep it in play. Long feed over to Doherty. out of Frankie Merja's reach and floated into the zone indirectly as it kind of hit off his stick. Crow looking to head towards the bench soon, but he's still in his crease. Still 5-on-5. Merja hits the safety netting here, and it's going to be a defensive zone draw, and Crow will head to his bench. Empty net situation for Loyola with 2:05 to go here in the third period. It is crunch time. The Cardinals looking to hang on. We know what Loyola has in store. A high-powered offense here. Cardinals trying to lock him down one more time. Off this draw, kept alive by Doherty. Quick shot, they score. Quinn Doherty, a laser from the point, and just like that, we're tied up at 2. Well, they didn't waste any time, did they?
No, absolutely not. They saw that opportunity and took it.
Quinn Doherty, leading defenseman in points for Loyola. His quick shot from the point fooled Daniel Mark on the glove side, and we're tied up at 2. Cardinals up 2, not anymore. 2-2 with 2 minutes to go in the third. In their own zone now, Loyola pushing the issue, 3-on-2. Padula has it, floats it to the open man. It's out of his reach. It was DiGiovanni. Now floated into the center. Out of his reach of Shore's water, Padula gains the center line over to Perrone. Perrone has it, off one stick and another. Matthew Hill, a shot. It's blocked away. About 1:30 to go here in the third period. Back down low. We're tied at 2. Here's a shot taken, blocked by Mulcahy, and now knocked out of the zone by Frankie Merja. He's tired. I'm sure the other Cardinals are. Quick turnaround here by Doherty. He's in over the line. Doherty has it. Stops on a dime. Waits. Holds. Good stick checking from McQueenie, but he couldn't knock the puck off his stick. He takes the shot. It's high in the air with 1 minute to go here in the third period. At the line again. Now at the faceoff dot. A shot. And where is it? Mark thinks he's got it. He does. 58 seconds to go in the third period. We're tied at 2. Well, as this game has started to get on here in the third period, you know, the third period, Catholic started to dominate the first 13 minutes or so, and Loyola has started to come alive here late in the third, and they've tied it up. Give them credit. They're a good team. But Catholic now trying to perhaps salt away the 55 seconds to get it to overtime, just get a breather and calm things down, because momentum is definitely in the favor of Loyola. Joe Baker battling for that puck. It's loose. Comes free to Cole Mulcahy. Over to Deininger. Deininger has it at the left side. Will fling it, and it's off the mark, taken back by DeLuca. DeLuca on the money. Hits the open man at the left side. Around one, trying to keep him to the perimeter was Mulcahy. Loyola wanted a penalty. He didn't really touch him unless the stick was in his feet. I thought that was clean. Play continues. 19 seconds. Mulcahy has it. They have to take a look at the clock and see that overtime is potentially in reach. O-zone draw for Loyola, 11 seconds to go. Wow. So once you thought the Cardinals were looking good after 2 periods of play, up 1, they make it 2-0. No, Loyola's battled back. We got 11 seconds left here in the third period. Loyola trying to steal one. Catholic now trying to come back and take the lead again. Off this draw, won by the Cardinals. Trying to clear the zone. Deininger now has to realize the situation here. Skates behind his net, will eat the puck and take a hit. 2 seconds and 1. Overtime coming up here. As if this treat wasn't good enough for a good hockey game. Extra 5 minutes for the Catholic Cardinals and the Greyhounds. Oh my goodness. Can't make it up.
Absolutely unbelievable games. Just so much has happened just between both teams for Loyola and Catholic. But man, oh man, it is absolutely a beautiful night to be here.
So 5 minutes here for the overtime session. Loyola looking to come back from a 2-0 deficit. Catholic looking to keep their winning streak alive so far. They've had a little bit. They were 0-1 They went to 1-2, and now they're 4-2. Now looking to make it 5-2. The 3 players on the ice for Loyola: Frank Perrone, Louis DiGiovanni, and Quinn Doherty. The 3 for Catholic: Jackson Shoreswater, Jackson Deininger, and Cole Mulcahy. Off this draw, Catholic able to win it. Deininger lost it for a second, but he gets it back. Mulcahy gets the pass over to Shoreswater with 4:52 to go here in overtime. If there's no goal in overtime, I believe we go to a shootout. We'll see what happens. Mulcahy takes his time, waits. Back to Shoreswater. Deininger, the puck hopped off his stick, and Quinn Doherty with room the other way. Deininger getting back. Quinn Doherty cuts towards the cage, looks to go all the way. The save made by Mark. He gets across with the pad. Open man in front is Perrone. The Catholic Cardinals fall, and they can't get possession of the puck. Perrone now with time. Drops it to the open man, DiGiovanni. DiGiovanni waits at the left side point. Holds it. Elects to drop it. Elects not to, excuse me. DiGiovanni now with time and space behind the cage. Looks to center it in front. Okay, he hits him into the corner. Holds on to him. Cardinals trying to get possession of it. Quinn Doherty marks the man Mulcahy, and he can't get to it. Now falling down. Deininger has to get to this puck, and he is not able to clear, but he's able to get his stick up in time to prevent it and give Catholic possession now with 3:53 to go here in overtime. Mulcahy has it. Waits, holds at the left side line. He's in on over the line, elects to dump it in, hoping for Shoreswater. Johnson now the 3rd man out there for Catholic. Going to get it. Shoreswater has it, cuts in towards the goal. Backhander shot, blocked away. Johnson floats it to Henry at the point. Henry over to Shoreswater, cutting towards the cage is Henry. Save made, rebound to Johnson. He lets it go. It's blocked in front. Still loose, another shot. Save made, rebound, and it hit off the side of the cage. Brendan Johnson bodied along the corner. 3:10 to go. Shoreswater coming off the ice for the Cardinals. On the ice now, Nolan Scott. DiGiovanni still out there for Loyola. It's the same 3 guys. You know they have to be tired. Now Giovanni skates off. DeLuca onto the ice now, taking his place. 2:55 to go here in the 3rd period. Here's DeLuca looking for open space. DeLuca at the left side. Holds it. Lets it go. Save made, Mark. Puck into the safety netting. Good action at both ends of the ice. Big saves from both goaltenders. Good puck movement. Doesn't get better than this.
If I'm not mistaken, Loyola has not made a change still.
They did.
Oh, they did?
They kept, yes, they switched every player that they had. They just did, though. They were out there for a long time.
Yeah.
Not the entire 2.25 minutes. Off this draw, Loyola with possession. Now, puck's still alive, kept alive by Loyola. They're looking to find the man cutting towards the cage. They have it open, but it's knocked away from the Cardinals. Loose in front, and Mark says, I'm going to shut this down and make the save. 2:28 to go in overtime. Cardinals with some good possession early in the overtime session, but since then, they've been rather quiet. They've been on the back check a lot. Off this draw, Matthew Hill in to take it against Jackson Shoreswater. He can't win it, is Shoreswater. Hill wins it back to his defense. Padula walks it across. Has the man open looking for the tip in front and partly knocked away. The Cardinals get possession. Johnson long feed to Shoreswater. Shoreswater's got it at the left side. 2:10 to go in overtime. Gets around the defense. In on goal. Shoreswater. He shoots. Oh, the save made. Rolls out to Johnson off the rebound. He takes a shot. It's blocked in front. And a breakaway potentially going the other way. Trying to get back. He's tired as Hill. And Shoreswater's marking him. Hill in on goal. The backhander move. He's knocked down. And there's no penalty. May have been a clean play. Loyola didn't like it, though. But going the other way now is Johnson. Johnson at the right side. In on goal. Cuts to his forehand. Lets the shot go. He's blocked and knocked into the corner. Minute 45 to go in overtime. Deininger back out to Mulcahy. Waits. He holds. Fires a shot. It's blocked away. Puck comes free to DiGiovanni. Overskates the puck. Now gets it back. Cardinals going for a change. DiGiovanni in on sides at the left side. Drops it over to Juarez. He waits. He holds and elects to keep it alive in the zone as Merja watches him. Into the high slot. Burke a shot. Off the post. Oh, Mark got a little help from his friend. The crossbar of post. Now falling down. About a minute 13 to go in overtime. Merja tries to get enough of it. He does. He's able to clear. He's by himself. getting overskated, still has possession of the puck, and will float it calmly across to Mulcahy. 1 minute left in overtime. Mulcahy across to Henry at the left side. Cuts in, waits, gets around the defense. He's back behind the cage. Henry has the puck in his skates. He's trying to find it. He's battling for it. He has 2 players marking him, and coming away with the puck is Burke. Burke now back behind the cage to Juarez with 38 seconds to go in overtime. Oh, man, because both teams are so tired. Neither team trying to make a mistake. Here's Burke. Burke's got it at the left side. In on sides at the left side dot. Floats it towards the cage, the backhander. Oh, and what a save by Mark. He gets across with the pad. 22 seconds to go in overtime. Cutting towards the cage is Doherty. Stops on a dime. New man on the ice for Loyola. Doherty doing circles around the Cardinal players. It rolls to Perrone. The shot and a big block from Frankie Mercia. He has it by himself. He's going to kick it towards the goal line, and that's going to do it for overtime. 2 seconds to go and 1. 2-2 after overtime. And for the first time that I can remember, we've got a shootout.
Lots to take in here with this game. Absolutely incredible performance by both goaltenders once again, taking us all the way to the shootout.
Yes, both goaltenders with some fantastic saves. As you can see, both goaltenders bumping gloves. You got to give them credit. So we've never had this happen. We didn't plan for it on the scoreboard. We don't have the scoreboard graphic with shootout goals and whatnot. So it should be your typical shootout where you would just have 3 shooters to start the shootout for each club. So we'll have Loyola shoot first, and we'll have Quinn Doherty, the defenseman, to try and beat Daniel Mark, the first shooter. Doherty takes his time at the right side. Cuts in towards the goal. Mark watching him. Doherty takes the shot. He scores. Beats Mark under the blocker with the quick shot. And Loyola leads in the shootout, 1-0. So here's Jackson Deininger. First shooter for the Cardinals, looking to tie the shootout at 1 apiece. Deininger cuts in towards the left side. Cuts in towards the goal. Deininger, backhander move, he scores! It hits off the post and into the back of the cage. A beautiful move, and the Cardinals tie the shootout at 1. Beautiful move. So you had Doherty with the shot, Deininger with the backhand. I thought he was going to shoot. Decided not to. Beautiful backhand move off the post into the back of the cage. Shootout tied at 1 apiece. Here's the leading scorer for Loyola. In on goal. Stops. Waits. And beats Mark over the blocker this time. Frank Perrone. With his, it won't count on the score sheet, but his second goal of the night in one way. So here's Jackson Schwarzwater. 3rd leading scorer on the Cardinals. 6 goals on the season. Cuts in towards the goaltender. He waits, looking to shoot, and he missed the net. Schwarzwater had his spot picked, but he missed the cage that time. Cardinals need a save here to keep the shootout alive. Matthew Hill, the 3rd shooter for Loyola. If they score, it's over. A save, and we continue. Hill cuts in towards the left side, waits, goes to the move, the backhander, he scores. Loyola wins this one, a thriller, 3-2 in the shootout. Loyola comes all the way back down from 3-2 to take it in the shootout. A tough one for the Cardinals to stomach, as they were up 2-0. They fall in this one 3-2. Loyola, credit to them, played their hearts out, as did the Cardinals, but shootout decides this one. First time I can remember in a long time that a game has been shootout for the Cardinals. This one they fall in 3-2. Goalies played their hearts out. Both goalies did. But Loyola wins it in the shootout. Yeah, got to give them credit. That 3rd period, Loyola turned it on. Catholic had the game in their reach. I wouldn't really say it was any blunders that were crazy that really decided the game. It was Loyola played hard. You got to give them credit. Loyola has always been a tough team for the Cardinals to play against, and they take this one more time. Cardinals fall in this one.
Absolutely. Like the Loyola really turned it around after the second goal in the second period, I believe, or third period, if I'm mistaken. But yeah, it's just incredible work by both teams. Both teams really played to their fullest tonight, and there's no doubting anyone's performance or putting down anyone. Everyone played exceptionally well tonight.
You got to give everybody credit. Loyola has been beating teams that the Cardinals have beaten in a more, I can't find the word right now, in a more dominant way. Catholic beat Salisbury 4-3 in overtime, and then Loyola goes out and beats Salisbury 6-0. I mean, for Catholic to stick, using that as like a measure gauge, for Catholic to stick around in this game and
keep it all the way to the shootout is absolutely incredible work.
It shows a lot. It shows a lot about this team. And yes, does it hurt to lose a game like this? Absolutely. It's a deflator for the team. But you got to give them credit. The Cardinals stuck it through. And yes, while they did lose this one in the shootout, it isn't a game to hold their heads. It really isn't. The Cardinals gave everything that they could on tonight, and you got to give them credit. Well, we're going to wrap this one up in a few seconds. We'll have the post-game report in a few minutes. Stay with us on WCUA. Catholic falls in this one 3-2 in the shootout. We'll be back in a few minutes to wrap this one up. Well, we're back for post-game live. Tough loss for the Cardinals, as you can tell. Lil has had the Cardinals number. Cardinals 0-3-1 since I can remember that the Cardinals have been playing against Loyola. We'll briefly go through the stats of tonight's game. Cardinals went up 1-0 late in the second period, 16 seconds left, when Frankie Merja passed it to Jackson Shoreswater at the right side wing. He floated it into the back of the cage after a beautiful toe drag move around the defenseman, and it hit the far post to put it into the back of the cage, make it 1-0. It was 2-0 early in the third period. It was so nice the Cardinals had to do it again, practically the same two players at it. This time, Frankie Merja off a 2-on-1 finish, put that puck into the back of the cage.
For the score.
Yeah, for the goal. I thought that was a great play from Frankie Merja. And personally, I thought it was one that Crow would like back. He wasn't completely up against the post, and it beat him on the far side. So if he's up against the post here, it beat him over here.
Yeah.
I thought he might like that one back, but hey, he made up for it in a big way. Excuse me. It was 2-1 when number 21, Frank Perrone, he got a lead pass from his defenseman. I think it may have been Quinn Doherty. Hit him in the middle into the, by the blue line, and he just cut in towards Daniel Mark and with a twisted wrister over his blocker into the back of the cage.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful shot. That was Perrone's 7th goal on the season, and it's a beautiful shot. Mark really no chance on the breakaway that time. That made it 2-1. Catholic in the third period really did a good job for the most part, and they got Loyola into an empty net situation. Called a timeout, 2 minutes left, couldn't win the draw. Quinn Doherty, quick shot from the point into the back of the cage. I mean, it was boom, right off the draw, that quick. No time.
Really set the mood for what was to come, just the absolute, just sheer pressure, not only just in the rest of the third period, but overtime as well.
Yes, absolutely. No, I mean, we saw the overtime was full of beautiful pressure plays and great saves, and the shootout was too, but we'll get into that. So it was 2-2 after 3. A bunch of penalties mainly were on Loyola throughout the game. Catholic, I think, finished with about 5 penalties. Loyola finished, I think, with 9. One player had a game misconduct as well for unsportsmanlike conduct. And, yeah, Catholic loses this one. You go to overtime. Great saves from Daniel Mark and great saves from Samuel Crow in his collegiate debut. He picks up a shootout victory. Got to give the man credit. He played well. And moving into the shootout, the 3 shooters for Catholic, or 2 actually, were Jackson Deininger and Jackson Shoreswater. Jackson Deininger scored off a great backhand play. Oh, my goodness. It was forehand, backhand, and the puck, I think, hit the post and went to the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot made by it was who was it? You said
Jackson Deininger.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot by Deininger. That was perfect. Like, it was just so flawless. It was just perfect. You know?
It's a great play. Jackson Shoreswater was the second shooter for the Cardinals. He couldn't get that puck to go in. He missed the net on the left side. And the 3 shooters for Loyola were their top 3 players pretty much: Matthew Hill, Quinn Doherty, Frank Perrone. Quinn Doherty went first. Beautiful wrist shot above the goaltender to put it in the back of the net. It was over his blocker side. That beat Mark. Second goal was by Frank Perrone. It was another shot. This one beat him, I think, under the blocker that time.
Yeah, it was under the blocker.
It was under the blocker the first time, and then the second shot was over his blocker.
Yeah.
And then on the third goal, which sealed the deal, Matthew Hill, the freshman, he put a beautiful backhand move in on Daniel Mark. Got him to bite, put it in on the backhand, kind of slid it around
Went
him.
wide, and then boom.
Yep, went wide into the back of the cage. So Cardinals lose this one 3-2. When you seem like you got Loyola where you want him, you really don't. They're a good team. Got to give them credit, and they played well tonight. So the Cardinals fall in this one 3-2. We'll just give you some other scores from around the league. Kutztown defeated Penn State Berks 3-1 last Saturday. UMD will play Westchester tomorrow in Westchester, Pennsylvania at 4:30 p.m. And like we said, Christopher Newport played UMBC earlier today at 4. The final score was a 6-5 victory for Christopher Newport. Well, Cardinals will play in Exton, Pennsylvania to take on the Kutztown University Golden Bears next Friday night. Puck drop set for 8:30 p.m. at Power Play Rinks. And WCUA will have coverage beginning at 8:15 next Friday. Tune in early for pregame coverage. That's going to do it for my partner, Caden Van. Thank you for working with me tonight.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Cardinals fall in this one 3-2. We'll be back next Friday night. As the great Gene Hart would say, good night and good hockey. We'll see you next Friday night. Hoping for a Cardinals win.